and it seems like they have decided to give Holy Paladin an interrupt. This is an unironic W. Hey y'all, it's Nim or Nimicree if you're feeling professional, and welcome to the YouTube video. Now today we're going to be going over the Holy Paladin talent tree. There was recently a rework from what I understand. Before, a lot of things were not yet implemented, this wasn't laid out nice, and there was one thing I was waiting to see if we would actually get, and so far, it seems like we will. But I haven't gone through this yet, so I'm curious to see how it goes. You're going to get my honest reaction, and we'll go from there. Before we get started though, if you like what I do, or you like what the channel does in specific, go on and hit subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with everything the channel does. Additionally, I stream on Twitch every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So feel free to check that out if you'd like to. We do a lot of World of Warcraft and other MMO content, and on occasion we'll do like a just chatting and video sharing stream. Anyways, without further ado, let's get started with the Dragonflight Holy Paladin talent tree. Alright, so if you've seen these videos that I've done before, you've seen me fill out the class tree. Now, one of the things I was waiting on was to find out is if Holy Paladin, classed as a melee healer based on its mastery of being within 10 yards, you do the most amount of healing, and it's increased by a percentage, which is your mastery, actually will get an interrupt. And it seems like they have decided to give Holy Paladin an interrupt. This is an unironic W. That is a good thing. If nothing else is good out of this tree, that is a good thing. So, okay, we can at least have one good thing here. I've been kind of underwhelmed with the Paladin talent trees and the Paladin class tree since I've looked at this, and you know we'll go from there. Now, let's start with our Holy Shock is a talent, sure. So as we all know, Holy Shock, boom. Now we move into Holy Light as a talent. Okay. Right now, as I understand it, I did a little healing in Shadowlands, and a little healing in BFA, and a little healing in Legion. That's a spell that we just get. We just get that spell at a certain level. We just get it. But now it's a talent. So okay, talent. Let's see what we got here. And I'm just picking. I'm not even picking a path. I'm just trying to unlock stuff. Light of Dawn is a talent. Unleashes a wave of holy energy, healing 5 injured allies in a 15-yard frontal cone for 105% of spell power. Okay, well we just get that now. Like we just get that. That's a thing we get. We just get to have that. And now, sure, it's a point. And I get it level 13 if I wanted to, or maybe level 12. All right, so here we have Infusion of Light. Okay, I remember Infusion of Light. Your critical Holy Shocks reduce the cost of your next Flash of Light by 30%, or cause your next Holy Light to generate 1 Holy Power. Okay, that's not bad. I feel like Infusion of Light used to decrease cast time and increase healing, but sure. Now again, Holy Paladin mains, listen. Please don't hold anything against me. I don't really Holy Paladin all that much. Not since, like, Wrath of the Lich King the first time. So, it's been a little while. I did, though I think in, Legion, I did a little Holy Paladin for a while. For about a patch. But it's so far different now to Legion, so, anyways. Let's continue here. Illumination. Holy Light and Flash of Light healing increased by 10%. Okay, that's not bad. Just flat out heal. Honestly, I think that's the first good talent. Because these were all base abilities. That's the first good talent. Focal Light. Beacon of Light transfers an additional 10% of the amount healed. Sure. So I get an additional 20%. So Beacon of Light right now transfers some healing. So extra healing. Sure. I'm okay with that. Here we have Bestow Faith. So you either get a little bit of a heal or Unending Light, which is not implemented yet. Or not yet implemented. And that is, each holy power spent on Light of Dawn increases the healing of your next Word of Glory by 5%, up to a maximum of 45%. Okay, so you could build into a super healing nuke with Word of Glory, especially if you can get Divine Purpose. Could have some fun there. Here we have, though, Divine Protection. So let's just pick Divine Protection. I like having an extra cooldown. especially one that does not cause forbearance. Everybody here, if you're new to the Paladin, forbearance is the thing that happens when you use one of your super awesome Paladin abilities, like Lay on Hands, Blessing of Protection, Blessing of Spell Warding, Divine Shield. That's when you get forbearance. And it means that you can't be affected by... You can't use one of those abilities that would cause forbearance until forbearance wears off. It's basically a cooldown for the light. The light's like, listen, I've already helped you. Just take it easy for, like, a minute. I need a minute. So as we go through here, let's take a look. Crusade, Radiant Onslaught. Crusader Strike now has 2 charges. If I want to go with a Glimmer build, I'm sure that would work. Now here we have, Light's Hammer or Holy Prism. So Light's Hammer is an AoE heal, which does damage to enemies and heals up to 6 allies in it every 2 seconds, 14 seconds. So you're going to get 7 heals off that. That's not too bad. And it is on a minute cooldown. Holy Prism fires a beam of light, scatters strike target. If it's aimed at an enemy, it deals some damage. If it's aimed at a friendly target, it heals. It's not too bad. And it radiates a little bit. Okay, that's not too bad. We have Moment of Compassion. Your flash of light heals for additional 10% when cast on a target affected by your beacon of light. So that talent only works if I beacon somebody and then I directly target them, kind of negating the purpose of beacon. Because beacon, I throw beacon on somebody and then I off heal. Oh, let's do that again, and we're gonna add an effect. Light. So that's beacon. So you were beaconed, and then I heal somebody over there. Over there. Okay, and we'll have some flashing light there as well. Doing that, having to directly heal my beacon target is inefficient. And part of the Paladin's kit is to be mana efficient, because you use a lot of holy power. Alright, let's continue on. Aura Mastery is a talent. Okay, I mean, sure, I guess. Why not? Powers your chosen aura for 8 seconds. Sure. Tower of Radiance. Casting Flash of Light or Holy Light on your Beacon of Light grants 1 holy power. Again, we run into the same problem of I'm beaconing somebody, right? And since I'm beaconing somebody, I don't want to directly heal them. That's not the point. The point is to heal other people, and then the beacon receives a little bit of minor passive healing. Now, granted, if it's like, it's a single target dungeon, main tank, a beacon the tank. So that's more like, these two seem like dungeon talents more than raid talents, but whatever. We have, we didn't look here. Saved by the Light. When an ally with your Beacon of Light is damaged below 30% health, they absorb the next spell power, versatility, whatever. You cannot shield the same person this way twice within 1 minute. Okay, it's passive. That's not bad. We have here Light of the Martyr. Okay, so for those who remember Light of the Martyr, actually, you could really pump with that, especially if you did it during Divine Shield. Ooh, you gotta soak in immunity. Pump Light of the Martyr. Just pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it. And it used to be real free. Now it's 7% of base mana, so that's not as good as it was. Sacrifices a portion of your own health to instantly heal an ally. Does not cause your Beacon of Light to be healed. Cannot be cast on yourself, of course, because you're taking damage. So that's a shame. If it triggered beacon healing, you could do some fun there. We have Shining Savior, Word of Glory, and Light of Dawn healing increased by 5%. That's not bad. Don't know if I'm gonna take it. So let's pick Aura Mastery. Let's pick Radiant Onslaught. Let's pick Holy Prism. Now, as we continue down here, we have let's go with Protection of Tyr. Aura Mastery also increases all healing received by party raid members by within 40 yards by 5%. So we're gonna pop 2 talents in that. So I think that should just be 1 point right there, and just make it 10%. Just 1 point, 10%. There's no reason for that to be a 2-point talent. Granted, it is really nice to have. Okay, under Aura Mastery, everything is more. Especially if you can do like you get these big healing cooldowns. That could make like a Druid's Trank, Mistweaver's Uplift, hell, even your own healing more effective just by 10%. So that can be very helpful. Pure Ward. Oh, here we go. Lay on Hands grants the target 15% increased armor for 1 minute. That's not bad, but I don't think that's worth a talent point. Why isn't that just a trait? Like, that's not worth a talent point. It's good, but it's not worth a talent point. Especially because there's not some massive cooldown reduction with Lay on Hands, really. But it could be helpful. I mean, I could see that being helpful. Here we have Rule of Law. So, for those who don't know, again, the Holy Paladin, you want to get real close. You want to hug people. Give them love. Want to be close, and when you're within 10 yards, you get the maximum amount of healing from your mastery. And as you go farther and farther and farther, your healing drops off a bit. You're a melee healer. Rule of Law gives you a 50% range increase on that. And that's not bad. It does, however, it's 2 charges on a 30-second recharge, and it's 10 seconds each time. If that was a passive, I'd be like, all right, melee healer it is. Or even, like, melee caster it is. Let's do that, but I've never liked that talent on a chart. I think it should be a passive. It's just, it's like Inquisition for red. That was I understand that it gave you a lot of stuff, and it was fine, and that was cool, but keeping up the buff was boring. Because now, instead of doing damage to boss, I have to do maintenance for myself. I think that's boring. Some people will probably disagree, and you feel free to let me know in the comments below. So, and then we have here Echoing Blessings. Blessing of Freedom increases the target's movement by 5. Blessing of Protection. Blessing of Sacrifice reduces target damage taken by 5. These effects linger for 8 seconds after the blessing ends. So, generally, Bop and Freedom last for 8 seconds each. So, you're going to get 16% or 16 seconds of some type of minor buff. Again, absolutely not worth it. Not worth it. Now, I think if I'm looking at this talent tree, there's going to be some stuff crazy. So let's continue on here. Here we have Scintillation. Holy Shock has a 7% increased critical strikes chance. Absolutely. 15. I don't know why you can't just make that one talent point and just 15%. It seems like that's a waste of talent points. All right. Let's go. Divine Revelations. While empowered by Infusion Light, Flashlight heals for additional 5%. And Holy Light refunds 1% of maximum mana. Okay, so there we go. That was with the Infusion of Light a little bit. That being said, that's not really that great. Second Sunrise. Light of Dawn has a 10% chance to create a second cone of light immediately after the first on a 1-second cooldown. So, I remember that. I think it was a Legion legendary. Let's take a look over here. Untempered Dedication. Light of the Martyr's damage and healing is increased by 8% each time it's cast. This effect can stack up to 5 times and last for 15 seconds. So again, kind of a niche talent, not something I would take. Now, if Light of the Martyr is physical damage, then you could do, like, you could bop yourself, and then later you could bubble yourself, and that could work. But that seems super niche, and I'm already kind of feeling the stress of where are all my talent points going. So I think we'll start with Divine Revelations. And let's do Second Sunrise. Okay. So here we have, if we're going to do a Glimmer build, we have the Crusader Strike, Crusader's Might, which reduces the cooldown of Holy Shock by 1 second when using Crusader Strike. So, wait, 2 seconds? Oh, okay. Now, so what's Holy Shock's cooldown right now? 7.5 seconds. So with the Crusader Strike, I can reduce it by 2 seconds. And I have 2 okay, so that's going to let me be more of a Holy Shock machine, which I like. We'll do Glimmer of Light, because I like Glimmer of Light. I like that build. I wish it was more powerful. But let's see. Here we have Blessing of Summer. No. But it blesses an ally for 30 seconds, causing their attacks to have 40% chance to deal 30% additional damage as Holy. Turns into Autumn, and then Spring and Winter. No, I didn't think the Night Fae abilities were that great. And quite frankly, no, not for Paladin. I'm sure for other classes, they were fine. Night Fae mains, hey, I love you. Just didn't do good. I didn't find that good for Holy Paladin. You have Power of the Silver Hand. Holy Light and Flash of Light have a chance to grant you Power of the Silver Hand, increasing healing done by your next Holy Shock by 10%, and all damage and effective healing you do within the next 10 seconds, up to a maximum of, percentage. Beacon of Faith or Beacon of Virtue? All right. So, the Paladin generally has 3 beacons. Light, Faith, and Virtue. So, Beacon of Faith marks the second target as beacon, mimicking the effects of Beacon of Light. Your heals will now heal both beacons, but at 30% reduced effectiveness. So, instead of having 1 light, you have 2 lights, basically. Or Beacon of Virtue, which it applies to your target and 3 injured allies within 30 yards for 8 seconds. And then all affected allies will heal 30% of the amount healed by your other healing. So, and then, of course, it says your Flash of Light and Holy Light on these targets will also grant 1 holy power. I think it's because I took the talent. So, the fact that in order to get my utility beacons, I have to go... I wonder... I have to go all the way down this aisle. So I have to take Bestow Faith, which, I mean, whatever. Then Saved by Light 2 times. Then Shining Savior. Then Echoing Blessing, which is an absolutely waste of a talent point to get here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. 6 points to get that. Now, you only have 30 points. So 20% of your tree is dedicated to getting to that. I think that's a bad design. I just think that's a bad design. Then Maraud's Dying Breath, Light of Dawn increases your next Light of Martyr by 10% for each ally healed, and allows the Light of Martyr to heal through Beacon of Light. Okay, so yeah, this was Maraud's Dying Breath was a cloak in Legion. They brought this back. I like that. I think it's good. Sure, it would be fine. I know that I believe my friend Mads played a Holy Paladin using the Light of the Martyr build and really would pump some numbers. So that's not terrible. So here we go down to Divine Toll. So we like Divine Toll. Ring the Kyrian Bell. For Retribution, it does Judgment. For Prot Paladin, it does Avenger's Shield. For Holy Paladin, Holy Shock. So yeah, great, fantastic. So I think we'll let's take that. And then of course Divine Resonance is the legendary effect from Shadowlands. Every 5 seconds, it echoes again. Lasts for 15 seconds, so you get 3 extra casts out of it. We love that. That's great. And Barrier of the Faith. So here we have imbues a friendly target with Barrier of Faith, healing him for something spell power for the next 18 seconds. Accumulates 20% effective healing for your Flashlight or Holy Light spells. Every 6 seconds, the accumulated healing becomes an absorbed shield. Now, that would be great if that triggered off Glimmer as well. Because Glimmer of Light, for those who don't know, is the Holy Shock build. The idea is I throw, glimmers on my people, and then as I Holy Shock other stuff, they get a little bit of passive healing. And there was a legendary barrier. There was a legendary item, Shock Barrier, that gave them an absorb shield like equal to 20% of something healed. I think Barrier of the Faith is similar, but it worked with Holy Shock. Like that was the thing as far as I remember. Not really that great. We have Avenging Wrath Might. It's not yet implemented. Or Avenging Crusader. You become the ultimate Crusader of Light for 20 seconds. Crusader Strike and Judgment cooldown 30% faster and heal up to 300 allies for 250 daily damage to deal. So again, that's super good. I'm a fan of that. And then it says Avenging Wrath is known. It also increases Judgment Crusade and auto attack damage by 30%. So if you pick Avenging Wrath from the Paladin tree, which why wouldn't you? Sorry, Avenging Wrath. Why wouldn't you pick Avenging Wrath? Like I don't know why you wouldn't do that, because it's an ability all Paladins have had since TBC the first time. And I remember being in a BG and seeing a Paladin pop wings for the first time, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah. So I was playing as Paladin. I hadn't been quite that level yet, but yeah, why wouldn't you take Avenging Wrath? So Avenging Crusader is not a bad talent. Great for, again, the melee build. And especially with you getting now Rebuke, it's a good idea. All right, let's continue. Ladrin's Fury Unleashed. While Avenging Wrath is active, you gain 1 holy power every 4 seconds. Okay. I believe that's a legendary effect. And then Awakening, Word of Glory, Light of Dawn have a 15% chance to grant you Avenging Wrath for 10 seconds. That's not bad. Like, I wonder if that goes up to... I wonder if that goes up to 30%. Why does it have 2 ranks and it's only still at 15%? If it went up to 30%, that's not terrible. That's not terrible as an endpoint talent. Here we are. Breaking Dawn increases the range of Light of Dawn to 40 yards. So again, you can get 60 out of that with Rule of Law, which isn't terrible. Tears Deliverance. So releases the light within yourself, healing an injured ally within 15 yards for whatever every 1 second. Also, healed allies healed also receive 20% increased healing from your Holy Light and Flash of Light spells for 10 seconds. Why does that not have Holy Shock? Why? Why does that not have Holy Shock? Why? I guess they want you to go with a caster build, but, like, that should have Holy Shock attached to it. Because Holy Shock is one big part of our toolkit. And Tears Munificence. Increases the range of Tears Deliverance by 2 yards, healing 5%, and the healing bonus by 5%. Alright. So, I'm not even going to fill out the rest of this tree. There's no reason to. I will say that the one completely uncaveated W is that Holy Paladin is getting Rebuke. That is the one uncaveated W. That is the thing you should take away from this that is good about the Holy Paladin. Everything else, I don't really know what direction they're going in. If I knew, I would tell you, but that's why I did a Twitter post like I'd love to talk to the Paladin class devs to find out why, because I feel like I'm missing something. You know, I don't think they're like, oh, we're gonna gimp the Paladin. No, that's not what they're trying to do. I don't get it. Make it make sense to me. Well, and you don't have to, obviously. Who am I? I'm just some no-name YouTuber and a player of your game who plays Paladin for a long time. Let me take a drink out of my mug here. You know, I mean, I'm just about it. But that being said, of course, guys, if you like, tell me what you think. You know, do you actually like this talent tree? Are you a Holy Paladin main, and are you like, yeah, this is actually gonna be good, and I'm way off base? It's entirely possible. But let me know in the comments below, of course. You know, liked it, agreed, hate, whatever. And of course, if you like what I do, or you like what the channel does in specific, go on and hit subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with everything the channel does. Additionally, I stream on Twitch every Friday, Saturday, Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we do a lot of World of Warcraft and a few other games there. If you want to support the channel in a greater way, you can always join the Patreon. And that's patreon.com/Nimicry. Patreon is a great place for smaller creators like myself to able to monetize videos and create more content for you guys. And again, you can join that at patreon.com/Nimicry. This was not a fun video to make. I really hate it when I'm not excited about my favorite class. That being said, this still is alpha, so stuff could change. Please change. Please change. But I'm not gonna hold my breath. Anyways, I hope to see you guys in the next video, and may the mount your farming drop on the first kill.